This is the Projekt Gemineye Update, your source for all things Projekt Gemineye. Brought to you by Riffical Records. And here's your host, Mark Anthony K. Greetings and welcome to episode 172 of the Projekt Gemineye Update. It has been a long while again since I've done another one of these updates, and I apologize again. Today is September 29th. It's been a couple of weeks, like 2-3 weeks since I did the last one. I always say that I'm not going to take this long to do the next one, and unfortunately it always seems to take that way, but there's been reasons for it, obviously working on lots of things. And let me start this episode by saying, first of all, thank you to everybody who watched my first episode of my new segment called Mark Anthony K Talks 2. I spoke with Dylan, the record spinner, and it has been very well received. So I will be continuing this series. I already have a couple more people lined up for it. I don't want to, spill the beans yet who they are, but I think you guys will be very happy. Should make out to be a good series. If the first episode was anything to show any sort of indication of how it will go, then I think it's going to go very, very well. So that was number one, sort of the thing that kept me occupied from there. Number two, and another sort of thing that I want to announce right now is October 1st will be the release of the new Dark Monarchy single, King of the Land. You'll be able to hear it on the Bandcamp page, the Dark Monarchy Bandcamp page, and you'll be able to purchase it for a whopping $1.99 Canadian. I know it's such large money in this time of age, especially Canadian. So any support will be very, very well. How do I put this? Any support will be much appreciated. Let's just put it that way. A little tongue-tied today. I don't know why. And with that said, the album itself, Chio Oscuro, which means light and dark in Italian, the album proper will be coming out October 31st. Now, it'll be coming out on CD again, Digipack, like all the Dark Monarchy CDs before it. But I will be starting to pre-order for that maybe the middle of the month. And surprisingly, the CDs take no time at all to get done. So I'm willing to say that once I put the stuff in to get it done, it will be a short wait for the CD. So no worries on wait times for the CD. So if you're into Dark Monarchy, there's quite a lot of you that are. A lot of you are overseas. That's another thing that's interesting. A lot of people in UK, a lot of people in Germany. I've gotten Italian, Spain. It's fantastic. We're very, very grateful to anybody and everybody who has bought. So October 31st will be the release date. You'll be able to hear the whole album in full on the Bandcamp page, the Dark Monarchy one. And the CD will be shortly after that. So that's another reason why it's been a little while since the last update. Now, Projekt Gemineye wise, I was told by my guy at Train Records that this month, October, I will be receiving the album covers. I know some of you people are saying, oh, it's going to come. The album covers I will receive. Now, according to him, once I get the album covers, it's not much longer until the album will be completed. Now, I'll get the album covers in October. I have to sign them all. I put in the download cards. I put in the 2 posters that I promised this time in it. I give them back to Train Records. According to William, the guy who my rep for Train Records, he says that the albums will be done in December, before Christmas. Those were his own words, okay? Now, I realized when I looked back at the Bandcamp page that this album, Projekt Gemineye in the Year 3073 Book 3, was released in January. That's almost a whole year. Now, granted, we didn't start the pre-order for the vinyl until April, I think, or sometime later. It wasn't in January. So it's been a long wait for this vinyl, and it's making me start to wonder about whether I should maybe look at some different options for the vinyl in the future. Now, William knows I'm getting a little bit perturbed about this sort of waiting, but like he said to me, and I know he's not bullshitting me when he says that the situation won't be much different in other companies. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I know most companies are having a hard time keeping up with the demand of stuff. And I'll be honest, I like Train Records. They're nearby. They've done a lot of cool stuff, like, dropped off, my albums right to my doorstep. I can contact William anytime I want to work on stuff and to tell him, make any corrections or improvements. So the relationship is good. So I don't really want to change from Train. But I also don't want to have a bunch of upset supporters. Now, 95% of you, well, no, you know what? No, 100% of you so far have been fantastic with this. I've got nothing but messages and emails saying that that you have no problem waiting, that it's worth the wait, and I really appreciate it. But I mean, I could imagine that people are getting frustrated with this. So believe me when I say I'm trying my utmost and hardest to get this to you as soon as possible. Now, William has told me that next year their schedule has lightened up considerably as far as vinyl pressings goes, that we would not have to wait nearly as long next year for a vinyl pressing of a record. So that's good news. With that said, I think it might not hurt me to take a look and maybe explore a couple of different avenues. Like, I know places like RTI and Palace and all these places, they're great pressing plants, but they're overseas, some of them. And some of them also have different requirements. Like, they will not do 100 copies, like a 100 copy run. I think their minimums are maybe either 500 or 250. And I don't know if I want to do that kind of a run. I mean, sure, my records sell out, but, I don't want to get stuck with, 500 albums in here, 300 of them sell and have 200 sitting in here, I know I could probably really sell them if I really, nose to the grindstone. But the way things have been going lately, I'm very happy with it, the way things are. I have a great connection with my supporters. I always sell my records out, and I like the way things are. I don't want to change them. So maybe I'll explore a couple of different options on things, but I think I'll probably stay with Train, long story short. But I just hope you guys understand my sort of frustration in this situation. And I want to let you know that I appreciate your support in this too. Okay, what else? I have my notes here. Yeah, so that's the update on the Projekt Gemineye in the year 3073 book 3. Now, during all this as well, I started getting a hankering to write again, which usually happens. And usually, the way things were going before, I would already have the previous album out, I'd have the vinyl out and stuff like that, and then it would come to me to start writing again. Well, the album hasn't been done yet, like the production of it. So I've been kind of stalling on writing the next record. But I'm pleased to say, if I move over here, you'll see there's my Les Paul, there's my Fender Stratocaster, there's my double neck. And that can only mean one thing. Oh, and my bass is in the corner. That can only mean one thing. I've started writing album number 7 for Projekt Gemineye, and I can tell you that I have 5 songs written. I'm probably gonna write 1 or 2 more, but I've already started recording some of the basic tracks for some of the songs. Looks like it might be a long album. I think it might be not long album. I mean long in the sense that it's gonna be maybe 3 or 4 songs. One song is 14 minutes long already. We'll see what happens, but you know me, I like keeping my records between 42 and 45 minutes long. Excuse me. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, but by the looks of it, I might already have the record written. Just a matter of recording it. What happens from there, it's too early to say. But I am writing it. It looks like it's pretty much written. So by the time this record comes to me, I may already have the next record pretty much recorded or almost nearly done. So if what William says is true, there might be another Projekt Gemineye album coming your way sooner than later. So, yeah. So that's what's going on with me right now. Oh, I got a couple new things, and you want to see what I got? You know me, I'm a big CD guy. I've never hidden the fact that I love CD. Through all this vinyl resurgence, and I love vinyl too, but I've never shied away from CD. I still think CD is a fantastic medium. You know, the day that they start the day they develop a technology where I can start spinning my vinyl into my car, that might be a turning point. But until then, CD is still the main thing I listen to. Okay? And I got in the store the last couple of days, I picked up the new Dio's reissues that came out. Dio at Donington, 1983. Great show. Great show. I think this came out already before, and I think I might even have the other original version of this. But I'm a sucker for Dio, so I have to support him. And plus, what a cool lenticular cover that is. I mean, come on. You probably can't notice it like this, but it is a lenticular cover. I also got the 87 Donington show, another lenticular cover. The first one was with the first one was with the original band with Vivian Campbell. This one is the band with Craig Goldie when he replaced Vivian Campbell. They also reissued all his studio albums from 1996 to 2004. I picked up one of the records in the reissue, which is Magica. This is a 2 CD version of it, which is really cool. The way they laid this out is really amazing. It's like a storybook inside, like the whole inner booklet for this. This is why I still love CDs. There's so many great things you can still do within the medium of the CD. There's the first CDs in here. There's the man himself. There's the second CDs over here. Now, what's on the second CD? It is a live show from, dark text here, so it's hard to read, sorry. Recorded on the Magica tour in, what is it, Magica tour? 2001. It's basically the album performed live. I don't know where it is. It doesn't say what country they recorded it in. So that's that. I picked up, a couple of CDs. I love CDs. And for all you Bowie fans, they're putting out a 4 CD, 1 Blu-ray box set of Hunky Dory. All the demos, all the performances on the BBC that he did during that time period. And then the Blu-ray will have all that stuff in high resolution. And I think another television performance will be exclusive to the Blu-ray, I think. So for all you Bowie fans like me, exciting times. So there you go. That's what's going on in my life right now. I hope that we're all caught up now. And I hope that you're, holding strong for the record like I am. And this will get done soon, my friends. And we'll be talking about a new Projekt Gemineye album before you know it. And don't forget, October 1st, the new Dark Monarchy single, Mark, slow down. The new Dark Monarchy single, King of the Land, comes out. And the album drops October 31st. Kio Esquero. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll be back again very soon. Bye for now.